Boomer Sooner.
Runs it himself, right up the middle, has a whole 45-40. Watch out, he's in the clear. 30, tricked up at the 25-yard line, or he would have gone the whole way. Deep shot fluttering around the 15-yard line. It's caught, wrapped up, stopped. You can unhitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the barn. Sooner magic still works in the SEC.
Welcome to the Air Comfort Solutions OU Huddle, live from Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue on the Sooner Sports Network from Learfield. Presented by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. Also brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, bringing you the best in real Texas barbecue. And by the Trails Golf Club, where members become family. Now, the Air Comfort Solutions OU Huddle.
Welcome to Rudy's. Welcome to the Huddle. We are going to spend an hour talking about gymnastics, and we start with the number one ranked record-setting women's gymnastics team and head coach KJ Kindler. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
I say record-setting attendance.
Yes, record-setting attendance.
That feel pretty good, huh?
It felt amazing. I'm sure it felt a little more amazing for the athletes. That was pretty incredible.
Well, let's find out. She's a sophomore, Elizabeth Blessy. First time here at Rudy's, right?
Yes.
Welcome. Great to have you here this evening. What was it like on Friday night, excuse me?
It was electric. I feel like right when we walked in, you could kind of tell that there were more people in the stands. Right when we marched out, you could just see everybody, and it was striped too, which was pretty cool. So it was a really awesome environment for us, and I think it lit our fire.
You know, there's so many things that, work against great attendance, youth events, maybe family events, obviously other sporting events that are going on. But, Coach, when you see that kind of crowd for an event, I know we're maybe a little bit greedy, should be like that every single meet, but at least for Friday night, that had to be a really, really neat show for women's gymnastics for you.
It was for sure. But what we believe is that once people come, they have a hard time stopping. So we hope those people who it was their first time out, first time seeing the team, that they want to come back, and we reeled them in.
Yeah, I would say you did. Pretty dominating performance overall. Elizabeth, you mentioned the energy. Well, Liz, right? Lizzie as well. Sorry. I'm very professional, as many of you know, as a journalist. So, Lizzie, kind of just take me through then what that energy felt like. And you're out there and you're competing and you're doing the vault, which is you're going 100 miles an hour when you're running. So you got all that energy and all that juice. How was it to have a crowd like that behind you?
Yeah, I think it was just really exciting for me. We do so many numbers in practice, and so we do a lot of inner squads in the gym too, and so the pressure is a good thing for us. I think it gets us really excited, and I think it helps us do our best gymnastics.
Well, we're going to talk about the meet tonight, Coach, in our 30 minutes we get. We got another special guest that's going to join us on stage, but since we got Lizzie up here, let's talk about it. What's kind of stood out about Lizzie's development in your program? Yeah,
Lizzie comes from Louisiana. So against LSU, that was kind of big for her. So she, honestly, she's an incredible athlete, very quick, very talented, very powerful. So vault, obviously, is her specialty. And it's a vault that Lou taught her when she got here. Really? So she could do the base of the vault. So she could do the vault without the twist. And had not competed that vault with the twist. Is that right?
Yeah.
Until she got here. And so she worked really hard last year to get it down. But this year she kind of honed in. It's almost the same every time she does it. Earned a spot in the lineup. And on Friday night, for those of us who were there, she was the first vault of the night and actually the highest score of the entire night for our team.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah.
9975.
Yeah, she got a 10 from one judge.
Ooh, stuck it, too.
Yeah, she stuck it. And she warmed up just like that. She landed right in the middle. That's a really important thing, to land right in the middle of those lines. And Coach Ball loves it. Look at him.
That's an epic
jumping up and down.
That's a good fist pump, too. Watch it. Oh, you didn't get to see the fist bump on the end of it.
Yeah, but you work so hard your whole career hoping to have a moment like that. And against number 2 LSU, her, from her home state, she certainly had the opportunity to go to LSU, and she chose Oklahoma. So we're so happy that she did. But she also does balance beam and floor. Bars she kind of steers clear of, right?
Why is that?
It just, when I got here, I talked to KJ, and my other 3 events were definitely my strongest,
Gotcha.
and so we just kind of pushed that to the side and focused on what I'm good at.
Is this something you want to work at some point? Do you see you as an all-arounder? No.
No.
Honesty is the key.
No, we're okay.
Right.
We're
That's
okay.
good. That's good. I'm fine. Not everyone needs to be an all-arounder either,
true.
right?
The thing that strikes me, she's just improved so much. Over the time she's been here, from the first time she came into the gym to now, she's honestly a completely different athlete. But also, she's like come out of her shell personality-wise. She's really a giddy at practice and very magnetic. Our team loves her.
What's that growth process been like for you to get more comfortable here in your second season?
Yeah, definitely my freshman year I came in, I didn't know what to expect, and it was definitely a journey, definitely a process, and I think I have, like KJ said, I think I've definitely come out of my shell, and I've grown so close with the team and the coaches, and I have so much respect for them, and I think, I just really pushed this year, and I think I've learned to enjoy it so much more, and I think that has made me flourish in the gym more, and it's been really awesome this year.
And so many cool things, right? New facility, more involved in the rotation as well for you this year. And then, too, this is going to sound like a weird question, but just another year. You're older, you're wiser, you're smarter, you're more comfortable. It's probably all factored in, right, to help make this a little bit smoother for you?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
What's family like for you? Tell me about your family.
Yeah, so I have an older sister, and I have a younger brother and a younger sister, so we're a full house. And obviously my parents, and my brother plays basketball. My little sister does cheer, and we're all pretty athletic, and
I thought you were just saying you're all pretty. I'm like, okay, that's fair.
No,
They are, though.
thank you. But we're all keeping my parents busy. So.
Gymnastics in the DNA. What kind of spurred it on for you? No. No, not at all.
No, not at all.
How'd you get started?
My mom put me in mommy and me classes when I was 2, like a lot of people have, and I had a ton of energy. I think sometimes I still have a lot of energy. So it's a good outlet for me.
How did you find Lizzie? What kind of brought her to your attention at OU?
Lou Ball.
Really?
Yeah, Lou Ball spotted her at a meet and said, she's got it. She's got it. We have to have it. And he was super aggressive about going to get her. Lou is very passionate about vault. I actually don't think you'll find a lot of vault coaches around the country as technical and spot on as he is. And he knew from the first time he saw her. And so Lou Ball is the reason that Lizzie's here for sure. And he has developed her talent. She has developed her talent. That vault is as good as any vault in the country this year, period.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a high level to live up to this coming Friday, all right? So you got as good as any in the country. So what drew you to Oklahoma? Then you had opportunities out there. You came to OU. Why?
The coaching staff. There's no one
Good
like
answer.
KJ and Lou and Tom and Ash and Jen. It's just remarkable what they've done. And, I looked at other schools, and when I came to OU, I just couldn't find anything better, and I don't regret it one bit. So.
What's life away from the gym like for you? Are you a podcast listener, true crime school? What's your go-to to kind of just defrag a little bit?
I definitely just like hanging out with my friends. I spend so much time with my teammates, but it's funny, I'll spend more time with them outside of the gym too. Can't get enough of them, I guess.
Well, that's a good sign though, right, Coach?
Yeah, it's a great sign of incredible team chemistry. So I love that.
Most of the time the people I work with, except Drake, of course, I can't wait to get away from them. You guys are wanting to spend as much time as you can together. For you personally, that's got to be an incredibly comforting thing because as corny as it might sound, y'all have each other's back, right?
Yeah, we really do.
What's the process like for you whenever it comes to getting ready to compete? Do you have a go-to song? Do you have a routine? Are you routine-oriented? When you're getting ready to do the vault or whatever it might be, oh, you laugh. Is there a story here?
Leading up to the meet, we have our walkthroughs and visuals and everything, so that's implemented in my routine, and I have my playlist that I always listen to. Before my vault, I have some things that I like to do just to help me get ready, and some of them are a little silly, but I have this little towel that is sticky whenever I go for my vault, and I always have to have that in my hand and throw it to the side before I go, so I always have the same routine before I vault.
Do you have to hit it the same number of times, or are we not that in-depth?
No.
Okay, all right, that's a good sign then. But you have a routine whenever you're getting ready to go.
Yeah, she like whips the towel. So if you're to the left of her, watch out, because you're gonna get the towel in your face and coming fast, and it's sticky.
And it's not like a casual toss. It's
no,
getting it out
it's
of
like
there.
boom. Yeah.
This opening segment's been brought to you by family-owned Community Coffee, the official brewed coffee of OU Athletics. Taste the difference family makes. Hey, Lizzie, before I let you go, just more than anything else, we need to see more crowds like we did on Friday night. Can you tell the difference that it made and how much it meant to have an energy and a juice like that inside the building?
Yeah, I mean, the energy was just so great, and I really think it helped us do our best, and we really want you guys to come out and support us this weekend. It really means so much to us, and we would appreciate it.
That's great stuff. We're just getting started in women's gymnastics. Stick around. You're watching the Huddle live from Rudy's.
Thank you to our cornerstone television partners, OU Health, OG&E, Fowler Auto Group, and Coca-Cola. The Huddle is brought to you by Taco Mayo. Tap the app and save up to 25% today. Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. One Oklahoma, powered by Sooner Sports Properties. Fan-fueled, athlete-focused.
All right, welcome back to the Huddle. This segment is presented by Taco Mayo. Tap the app and save up to 25% today. With KJ Kindler, I'm Chris Plankin. We are proud to welcome in freshman Camila Pavlok out of Melissa, Texas.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Welcome to the stage. Thanks for coming on tonight. Congratulations on this incredible start for this team. What has OU women's gymnastics been like for you as a freshman diving into this?
It's been really great. It's been one of the best experiences of my life so far, and I found so many close friends that are going to be with me forever, so it's been really great.
Obviously, it's in your DNA. Your sister competes at Alabama. Your mom was your coach, but Coach KJ, kind of take us through the process of identifying Camila as a potential Sooner.
Well, everyone identified Camila as a potential something because
really?
she was the #1 recruit in the class. Yes. And so she was highly sought after. It was actually quite a competition, wasn't it? Yes. There was a lot to sort through. You know, she went pretty much anywhere you can imagine that is great at gymnastics. And so our goal is always to get athletes that fit the culture of our program, that have the character that we would like on our team, and she fits all the bills for that, regardless of gymnastics, just as Lizzie does. So she was a perfect fit. And what's great is that when she came, she realized that.
That's a good thing to realize pretty quick, right?
Yes.
Well, you realized it was the right pick, but what drew you to Oklahoma?
The coaching staff, and when I came on my visit, it was so clear their team chemistry was so strong, and that was one of the things that stood out to me. And just like the campus, it felt like home to me the second I came on to campus.
Well, and Lizzie was talking about it earlier. It seems like this team does have a good chemistry about it. Is that a fair assessment, and what can you attribute it to? Why does this team seem like it's bonded so well?
I feel like we're just really close friends, and we really do everything together inside of the gym and outside of the gym, which I think brings us closer together, and we just support each other no matter what. So it's nice having that bond between all of us.
When was the moment for you, Camila, where you're like, okay, I can do this, knowing that your family is gymnastics? It seems through and through with your mom and your sister, but when was a moment where it was, hey, I can compete at the highest level of collegiate gymnastics?
I feel like that came the year I got recruited. I was like, okay, this can actually happen, and I have the opportunity to do it at the #1 school. So why wouldn't I take that up when I can?
Hey, we were asking Lizzie about it, but I'm curious to get your perspective too. What was that energy like for you as competitors on Friday night?
Oh, it was so electric. Seeing everyone up in the stands having fun, screaming. It just made us have fun watching them. So it really gave us energy too.
That's awesome. At KJ, we haven't had a chance to really go in depth on the performance Friday night. You guys really were on point. Take us through what stood out for you in the win over #2 LSU.
Yeah, I mean, I think what stood out honestly, was that very first vault that Lizzie did, because
you,
it just,
Lizzie.
like, started.
Let's go.
Yeah, it was like that she lit the match, basically, right? And the place went wild, actually. And I've never heard it that loud in there, and people holding up tens, and she just absolutely nailed it. And again, the highest score of the night. That moment, like, to me, the team fed off that moment for the rest of the night. And we were, pitching away. LSU was doing a great job. They are a great team, and they did not back off. In fact, they got their highest score on their last event, balance beam. So it was a fight to the finish, just as I had predicted, all the way till the end, not knowing quite what might happen. But we're going to meet them again, and they're a great team. And there's a lot of great teams out there, but it was a test, but to be in your home court, to have that support behind you was huge.
I know we don't want to get involved in the comparison game, because comparing can be the thief of joy. But when you look at where this team is now compared to other programs that you had, or maybe even benchmarks where you want a team at by this point, is it trending about where you would like this 2026 version to be?
Yes, our schedule's changed so much since we went into the SEC. Usually the month of February was more of a down month for us, and in this case it has intensified. And so when you go Alabama, Florida, LSU all in a row, the intensity of that little run there, those 3 weeks, is crazy. So we've just, gotten through that, but, there's more difficult teams to come. Like, you have to be on all the time. I think they're absolutely on the right path. Honestly, it's a different team than we've ever had. They are very self-motivated. They are very, I don't know how to explain it, but it's probably the chemistry part of it. They can come up with things in the moment. I've been so impressed with the freshman class in particular, because this is big pressure.
Yeah.
Camila 3 weeks ago going against her own sister in our arena, like, that's big pressure. You want to beat your sister, right? Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes. That's hard to do, but I'm just saying, like, they have just risen to the occasion, and the pressure is, like, does not faze them. It has not fazed them. I'm very impressed with that.
What was that like, by the way, competing against your sister? Since, we only get one segment together. There's a great breakdown of the matchup against LSU, but I got to know, when you look across on the other side and you see Natalia, am I saying it right? What was that like for you?
It was really great. I haven't really got to watch her in college because I was in club gymnastics, so kind of seeing her in her own element with her team was really cool, and I kind of glanced at her bar routine really quick. So we do opposite events, so, like, she does bars
really?
and I do floors, so it was kind of cool to see that, and I just love watching her, so it was a really cool experience.
What was it like for your parents?
My mom had a split shirt, so she had that made, so I think she was on both sides.
Okay.
Just running back and forth.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Stay on one side of the arena and then go on the other side.
Yeah.
But that's got to be pretty cool. Just with the family dynamic and your mom being a coach and your sister competing, that's got to be pretty cool for you, right?
Yes.
What's that experience like?
It's been great. I got to watch my sister grow up in the sport, and my mom kind of, like, guide her through that. So it made the transition to college a lot easier, because I got to watch my sister do it, and she gave me little tips and tricks. So that definitely helped.
When you hear Coach talk about this freshman class and what you guys have been able to provide already, what does that mean to you when you hear your coach say that about how impressive your class has been?
It really means a lot, because, it's very hard coming in as a freshman class, but again, our team chemistry with just the 5 of us is, like, incredible. We are such close friends, and we do everything together, and I feel like we can support each other through the hard days and all the highs, and that also helps us transition to those tough moments.
To me, Coach, it seems like that takes a locker room that's really strong with some veteran leaders to be able to embrace 5 freshmen, and most of them competing to help out. What does that say about your locker room and its leadership, to where you bring in this talented group and they just mesh right in?
Yeah, 5 freshmen, 6 sophomores. So
Yeah.
Ava and Faith have really stepped up big time. It's a new role for them. That senior class last year was a very strong class. And so I don't know that they ever had that true opportunity to lead in the way that they wanted to lead. And so I've been very impressed with Ava and Faith, the way they've stepped up and led this group for sure.
It's really cool to see. Before we get a break, let's get a look at the upcoming Sooners schedule. Brought to you by One Oklahoma, powered by Sooner Sports Properties, Fan Field, Athlete Focus. All right, so there was a lot behind 1 versus 2, but Coach, we're right back at it on Friday night. Challenging task ahead as always for your women's gymnastics squad.
Yes, Auburn, definitely a tough group. They're coming in Friday. The meet is a little earlier, so hopefully families who weren't able to come to the later LSU meet, we will be doing first vault at 6:45. You want to be there at 6:30 though, so you can see the margin and see the intro video and all that good stuff coming up. And then we head to Arkansas. Always a tough one. Arkansas has had a phenomenal season. They earned their first 10 in program history last week. It's a big deal. So they're going to be very tough in Fayetteville, no doubt about it. Then we come back here for senior night against TWU. And then finally, we're at Michigan. Former alum, Myliana Kaneva, is the head coach at the University of Michigan. So we'll be seeing her before we head to SEC Championships in Tulsa. And we hope everyone will get their tickets in Tulsa. You've got to come. We are not going to host the SEC Championship for at least 5 years after this. 2 years are in New Orleans, 2 years are in Tampa. And so this is our only opportunity in the next 5 years to see the SEC Championships right here in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Pretty big deal.
We'll be telling you a lot about tickets over the next couple of weeks. KJ, congratulations. Great job as always. Camila, awesome. Great debut here on the Huddle. She did great. When we come back, we'll talk some men's gymnastics. You're inside the Huddle. Great job.
It's brought to you by Riverwind Casino. It's always a good time. OU Fan Shop. The best place to gear up for game day is shop.soonersports.com. Sooner Kids Club. Log on to Soonersports.com/kids for information about joining the Kids Club presented by OG&E and brought to you in part by Devon Energy.
Keep the clapping going. Mark Williams, OU Men's Gymnastics, joins us up on the stage as we welcome you back inside the Huddle. Welcome back, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.
Little trip to, wait, hold on. You told me this and I got it wrong every time. Vegas? No, where was it?
Louisville.
Wasn't even close. But had it been in Vegas before with the Winter Cup?
A lot of years.
I felt smart, but just got back from the Winter Cup and what's supposed to be a bye week, but really I'm sure was very busy. We'll talk about it in just a bit. And he is one of the standouts for the OU men's gymnastics team. Please welcome Mac Seiler to the stage. What's going on, Mac?
Yeah.
Welcome, buddy. Thanks for coming up. First of all, Coach, you and I talked about it this week on the radio, but Winter Cup, a little bit of a different world. A little bit of an off week for some, but for others, it's let's go compete.
Yeah, it's the re-ranking of the national team, so there are big stakes for individuals. Yul Maldar, one of our alum, made it back on the national team, was second in the all-around. Sasha Bolonosuk, he was another guy that made the team. Nathan Roman made the team, and one of our recruits, Dante Reed, made the team. So not a bad outing. We definitely could have done better on pommel horse, and Fuzzy Bennis was kind of dealing with an injury to his shoulder and didn't do as well as we hoped, but now we're back on track, getting ready for Nebraska this week.
Mac, what was this week like for you then?
Hard training week this week since we had a bye week. I did a lot of work this weekend, focusing on getting ready for the next coming up Nebraska competition.
Just out of curiosity, whenever you say training, are you hitting the weights during the season? Is it more about flexibility? Is it reps for you on the high bar? What does that training look like?
Yeah, so I'm a rings gymnast, so I definitely focus a lot on those strength focuses. I do a lot of weights throughout the season, a lot before season, but even in season we do weights training, especially on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have pretty heavy pommel horse days too.
Yeah.
That looks just like a bunch of hours and a bunch of reps.
What's you're 12th in the country currently on pommel horse. You were you're All-American in 2023, battled back for an injury. Whenever you're, I don't know if the term would be, it's training. When you're preparing, are you trying new skills? Are you adding to your routine, or is it just that muscle memory of making sure you have your routine down that you currently are working on?
Yeah, so there's definitely 2 different sets of it. Every single day I'll hit a routine and just a bunch of reps of the skills that I already do. But there's also a part of it where I train new skills and I focus on upgrading. Throughout the season, that kind of dwindles down and you focus a lot more on doing just the reps of your same skills and there's same routines over and over again. But training new skills is always fun for me. I love doing that, and I love just working stuff that I never done and trying to do it perfect or as good as I possibly can do it.
Hey, this segment is being. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Mark.
He's leaving out the fact that he tore his ACL twice in one knee, and so far he's only done like a backflip off of rings in our lineup. So he's upgrading this week to, we're hoping at least a double back and then a twisting double back the next week. So there's stuff that he's been working on landing-wise and finally getting medically released to allow him to do that.
So you've been competing on the pommel horse while still not being medically released to do some things on the rings?
Yeah, I'm still not even medically released. I've been competing on the rings too, and I'm still not fully released to do it. But the doctor has been talking back and forth with me when working together, and this weekend I can upgrade to that bigger dismount, hopefully to do that double back.
That's wild, man. I'm sorry. Congratulations on battling through. But again, that's uncommon, right? And that's kind of I'm just getting to know about you, but I know your family, and I've seen and covered your brother. Haven't had a chance to meet your younger brother yet, but gymnastics is in your blood, isn't it? And competing for this. Take me through kind of the process with an older brother who was here, a family who owns a gym, just really getting into the sport.
Yeah, both my parents actually came to OU, and that's how they met. My mom and my dad were both on the teams. They met here, and then my older brother, of course, came here. So OU was kind of just always the number 1 choice for me. I had to come here, basically.
Easy sales job, Mark, right?
Yeah, I coached his dad, and I coached his brother, and I actually coached his mom. She came in morning workouts, so it's a family affair for sure.
That's got to be pretty special, man.
Yeah, and battling back from the injuries, my whole family has had a lot of problems with injuries. My mom is a right leg amputee. My older brother has had Achilles tears, multiple shoulders tears, so it's not uncommon for me to at least be a little bit battle tested. But even going through, I've had 5 knee surgeries so far, and there was never a moment where I was like, I want to be done. Like, I couldn't imagine not doing what I'm doing here today.
The segment's being brought to you by Riverwind Casino, the official entertainment destination of OU Athletics. 5. I mean, what a warrior, Coach.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he's had to be a walk-on, make the team. He's now on scholarships, so he's proven his worth. And almost every year it's been something. He's got something he's having to fight through, and he's not going to be denied. That's kind of what I've learned. His whole family's like that.
Morgan's your older brother, right? Mick is your younger brother. And are you the 3? Or?
I have a younger sister named Micah.
So 4 of you? Is she a gymnast?
Yeah, she's a TNT athlete, and she's actually an amazing athlete. She went to Worlds just recently.
Wow.
She's the first one out of us to win a Worlds medal, so she's got us beat.
Well, and I mean, Mark from his dad, coaching his dad, the Seiler name, is it just gymnastics? It seemed like royalty with the way things have gone with everyone competing in it.
Yeah, they were fantastic. Mark was part of the team in the 90s, late 90s, on the runner-up national championship team in 97. Trained to go to USA's, and it was just sort of one of those givens that, hey, your kids are going to end up coming to OU. Will I still be here?
Right. What's it like to have your younger brother training with you?
I think it's really cool, especially because I'm the middle child. I get to be in between both of them, so I get to experience both worlds. I love training with my little brother growing up, and we used to go into the gym all the time, even on our off days, and just do high bar together, or just mess around, learn new skills. So I'm really excited to have him come here and get to train with him again. Like, I haven't been able to do that in 4 years. So
that's wild. Did you guys fight? I mean, your brothers. I mean, there's 3. Oh, okay, all right. You ever have to separate the brothers from brawling, or is it okay, Mark?
Was Morgan here when you were here? Or you?
Yeah. I had 1 year with Morgan.
No, they were never a problem. and Mick's coming next year, and Mick may be the strongest of all of them.
Really?
So.
Definitely the biggest. So.
Oh, wow. So, okay, when you guys would have your tiffs, brotherly brawls, we all have them, was it like sport related? Would it be away from it? What were some of the disagreements you guys had?
I think once we got older, it definitely got better. But when we were younger, we would just make each other upset just on purpose most of the time. My older brother would definitely do stuff to mess with me, and I would do a lot of things to mess with my younger brother. So it was just anything, really.
It's an older brother's job.
Yeah.
You're doing your job is what it is. What drew you to gymnastics then? Because obviously we mentioned mom, dad, older brother. Was that kind of, you just felt like that was the path for you?
Like I was born into the sport and I did grow up in the gym, but I really didn't love gymnastics a lot when I was younger. And right up until COVID hit, I did not want to do it. And my parents kind of pushed me to keep in the sport. And then as soon as COVID hit and I wasn't able to actually be in the gym and training, that's when I really realized, like, oh my gosh, like I love this sport, like, and I want to be doing it so much. So after that, you couldn't get me out of the gym. I was in there every single day as soon as they opened back up.
Pretty cool to have someone who talks about that being a passion, right? That they found their love for it.
Yeah, and you know, Mac has improved a ton since his freshman year. He's really great competitor now, kind of got over some of the anxiety he had as he was a younger gymnast. And, you know, this year, stepping up and being one of our ring guys, we're excited to have him do more difficulty on the dismount, where he can raise his start value by, 6/10 maybe by the end once you get cleared to do it all. So that'll help him maybe pursue being an All-American both on pommel horse and rings.
Hey, Mac, before we let you get out of here, I did want to ask, what was 2024 like for you? Because you had the injury and you're not able to compete. What was that challenge like for you?
Every time I've gotten injured, it's been very difficult. Like watching my teammates compete and not being able to go out there is one of the toughest things ever. Even in the gym when they're practicing or they're doing hard circuits, me not being able to do those circuits with them is rough. But I think if anything, it helped me grow closer to the sport because it was kind of a similar situation. When I couldn't do what I loved, I realized how much I loved doing it.
That's a great way to put it. And smart, too. Double major?
Yep.
Double major in accounting and information technology?
MIS, Management Information Systems.
And you want to help your family out with that, right? That's great, man. Hey, this has been a great debut, man. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And this is awesome to see. How about that? Max Seiler making his debut here on the Huddle. We'll take a break, and Captain Kelton Christensen joins us next.
The Huddle is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, bringing you the best in real Texas barbecue. Trails Golf Club of Norman, where members become family. Inquire today at trailsgolf.com. OU's 2025-2026 women's basketball games are available on Ritmo 96.5 FM in Oklahoma City and 101.5 FM El Patron in Tulsa, as well as on those stations' websites. Each OU Spanish broadcast will feature a 15-minute pregame show and a 15-minute postgame show.
All right, welcome back to the Huddle. This segment is brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. Along with Mark Williams, I'm Chris Plank. Welcome in Kelton Christensen, senior captain. What's up, buddy?
How's it
Welcome
going?
back to the stage. You've been
Thank
here
you.
before, right?
Yep.
Finance major out of, and you know what, Arvada?
Arvada.
I even asked you right before we did this.
You did, yes.
What drew you to Norman? What kind of brought you to Oklahoma?
Well, so originally I was committed to a school in Boise State, or actually Boise State itself, but they had a Gym Act program there, and it ended up not working out. The coach had some issues, but I got on the phone with Mark Williams over here, and he got me a walk-on spot my freshman year, and I didn't really have any other options, and I had always dreamed to come into OU, but up until about my senior year, I wasn't necessarily the best gymnast, wasn't outstanding, so I didn't have a whole lot of accolades before then to really prove what I could do for this team.
Well, you were the high bar champ last year in the MPSF. You're currently number four nationally on the high bar. You're a three-time All-American, so I think it's worked out pretty well, Mark, for the chance you gave this guy as a walk-on, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I knew he was pretty good on high bar. He's from the same gym that Yul Moldar came from. I kept in touch with Yule and was like, what's Kelton doing? He's going to Boise. What is that? No. So I called him and I said, look, that's not going to work out. You need to come here. So it's been great. He was a walk-on. He made the team his freshman year. I think he's competed at almost every meet every year, now on scholarship, doing a great job, and now a captain.
You just said that you still didn't know how good of a gymnast you were until your senior year. Like, so for you, I mean, was that just the drive to continually get better? You got to acknowledge you've had some success.
Senior year of high school.
Oh, okay. I wanted to make something like, if you wait until this year, when you've won 3 All-Americans, man, you're being very humble right now, Kelton. But from that perspective, when did you know that you had a chance to compete at the highest level?
I think it was around our first inter-squad meet. I scored, I think, in the top 2 on our team, and I was like, wow, like, I really have proven myself. I've come a long way because, you know, I had improved throughout high school and thought that I was doing a lot better on high bar, and then I got to college and I saw the guys working on high bar here, and I was like, well, yeah, maybe not. But, you know, I kept working with the team and tried to just take the spots of the other guys on that high bar lineup, and they really helped me to push myself, and I think that's when I started to realize that I was a better gymnast than I thought I was.
What's that like in the locker room, though, Coach, where you have guys that are competing with each other, but in the same vein, they're teammates, so they got to help each other, too?
Well, I mean, that's what we do is, you know, you got to have the next man step up and be ready. So I'm always telling the guys, if you're not in the lineup, you need to be pushing the guy who is. Like, we aren't always going to have those guys healthy, you know, and it became apparent, like, Kelton's just a warrior. He took turns and turns and turns and turns and never satisfied. And that's the kind of guy that I can work with and get better.
What was the biggest step you felt like you made? When you talk about getting better and taking that next step, when was the moment for you, Kelton, when you're like, oh, okay, I see this improvement, or I see the plan, I see the vision?
That's a good question. I think sophomore year, I was conference champion on high bar, and that's when I really realized that I should give myself more credit than I've given myself, because I tend to push myself as hard as I possibly can every single day, and it's never enough. And my captain, my sophomore year, he told me, he was like, don't ever let anybody take this away from you. That's a big accomplishment. And that's when I realized, like, okay, I have proven myself to a lot of people, and now that desire to prove has become more of an expectation, and that's what now I hold myself to those expectations. So
I like the desire to prove has become more of an expectation.
Yeah.
Now that's your standard,
yeah.
Right? There's no, I slipped. You want to be better than that week in, week out. It's a good mindset for a captain. How have you gone about identifying and finding your way of leadership? Is it more vocal? Is it lead by example? What's that process been like for you?
I mean, I'm definitely more of lead by example, but as a captain, you're going to have to speak a lot more than you might have done in the past. And so trying to find my voice as a captain has been hard, because you don't want to get to the point where you're telling everyone what to do and micromanaging them, but you also don't want to get to the point where you're not saying enough when things need to be said. So it's been a learning process, and I definitely think I've been improving on that, especially when it comes to competitions, trying to, you know, be that vocal leader when the team needs it, but then also when it's my turn to go, like, it's time to lock in and time to focus on myself for a second.
We're hanging out with Kelton Christensen, senior captain for the OU men's gymnastics team. And, well, since we got you up here, let's talk about getting you out to McCaslin on Saturday night. Let's take a look at the upcoming Sooner schedule. Presented by One Oklahoma, powered by Sooner Sports Properties, Fan Field, athlete focused. Mark, I'll start with you. Nebraska's coming in as a top 5 team in the country, and it's going to be a great environment, and we need the fans to get out there and make it a special one.
Yeah, it's number 1 versus number 3. Nebraska's always been a great rival of ours, going, you know, back to Bart Connor years. We need a crowd, and the women are going to go on Friday. They had 10,000 plus people there last weekend, so if we can get half that number to show up to McCaslin, that would be awesome for us.
Yeah, you see great crowds. I mean, there's great energy whenever. If you go to a men's gymnastics meet, it's a special vibe inside McCaslin. Cal, what kind of difference does it make for you guys when you have a solid crowd that's out there?
I mean, that's one of the coolest experiences that I've ever had. I don't think there's any other place that I've competed, even at the NCAA championships, like, that has that type of energy. You have the home crowd. Everyone in there wants you to succeed, and I think that makes it very easy for everyone to go out there and be comfortable with what they're doing.
Yeah, get loud, get crazy, should be fun. All right, before I let you go, take me through what got you into gymnastics. I mean, we talked about the hometown, but we didn't really talk about gymnastics itself.
So actually, when my dad was 20 years old, he broke his neck. He was swan diving into a lake. and thankfully he's okay. He's able to walk. But when he had me and my brother, he got both of us into gymnastics at a young age, just to give ourselves some awareness of our bodies and stuff. And I ended up loving the sport pretty much from day one. My parents would always ask me, like, do you still want to do this, or you love it? And I'm like, yeah, I love it. This is where I want to be for the rest of my life. So
that's awesome, man. Great job. Appreciate you coming on tonight. Mark, let's remind everyone one more time. Saturday night, we need you there. It's going to be fun. Nebraska's a really good team, and this OU team's currently sitting at #1 right now.
That's right. Yeah, Saturdays, be there at 5:45 for introductions. Meet goes fast. We'll be done in 2 hours, and hopefully we'll defend our #1 spot.
And I'm sure it's going to be an emotional day. It's the first time you've competed against Nebraska since you've lost your friend, right?
Jim Hartong is going to be recognized at the beginning of the meet. Yeah, teammate of mine, colleague, coach. Yeah, big loss to the gymnastics community. But, Chuck Schmalka, also head coach there. He and I were teammates as well. It'll be a fun meet. And, we're almost halfway through now, and we're starting to look at the postseason. So trying to keep our #1 ranking intact.
Let's have a night. Thanks, Coach. Great job. Appreciate you, Kel.
Thank you.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll wrap up the huddle. Stick around. We're live from Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
The Huddle is brought to you by Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. We want to thank all of our Sooner Radio Network affiliates across the state and region. Fans can check out Soonersports.com for an affiliate in your area. And if you're traveling outside the state of Oklahoma, you can listen to all the action on either Sirius XM Radio or download the Varsity Network app and listen free.
All right, today's final segment is brought to you by the Trails Golf Club in Norman, where members become family. Inquire today at trailsgolf.com. And whether it's one day, a long weekend, or a special occasion, make your next vacation iconic. Make it O'Connor Resort, where it's always 82 degrees and sunny inside. Stick around. Sooner Sports Talk next.
Live from Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, the Air Comfort Solutions OU Huddle has been presented by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. Also brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, bringing you the best in real Texas barbecue. And by Walden Cleaners, Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Sooner Sports Network.